Guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Omega Man issue number 3 by DC Comics. Let's dive in. So we pick up from the last issue and we see the Spider Guild here. And I believe the Spider King or something. And he talks to his minions that he kidnapped. And there is, I don't know, some black goo coming from their mouths. Or maybe entering it also through their eyes. And then all the black goo coming together. And we see that, I believe the ultimate baddie, whoop, one too far, is none other than Lady Styx. Well, who's Lady Styx? Well, that's a good question. Well, I know who she is, but there's another storyline with Adam Strange and Comet Man and a lot of other people, like I believe Lobo, Coriander, you know, Starfire, maybe Bizarro. I forget. But there's a lot of, there's Ron Tanaga War with Hawkman and Green Lantern, Kyle. Yeah, you can Google it. I mean, I haven't read that story part yet. I know who she is, but she has been involved in a lot of, you know, other cosmic things. So I don't know the whole gist for now. Maybe we'll come back later to that. So, meanwhile, our heroes, Omega Man, so and the leader Tigor. So he recaps, okay, let me see if I got this straight. There are these 4 things, these chunks of the Big Bang or whatever, creations for Hearthstone. Right, Hearthstones, right. And each of them got its own power, but it needs the right kind of host to unleash it. Like Darkfire on the Blue Nun here. And says, her name is Liana. Right, like both you and Liana. And the Spider Emperor. Right. So there's only one left. And so when the 4th Hearthstone that was snatched from Earth by the Spider Guild gets a host, this Lady Styx is going to bring the 4 together. And with your combined power, she's going to do what exactly? She's going to kill God and then swap places. All right. So there's 4 cosmic thingamajigs. So Tigor says, or is it Tigor? I don't know. So he says, and whose God would that be, sister? All of us have different beliefs, different gods. Well, except these 2. I mean, he's a computerized being, and this is one. Was it a cosmic storm? Did I said that last time? I don't know. But Diana says, all your gods, all your beliefs, they are all gods. We are all God. God is what is. So anyway, so if all the gods are gone, she's going to be the natural order. And so they need to prevent that. Meanwhile, so this cosmic storm, I'm sorry, I'm blanking what he actually is. I believe he's a sentient nebula, maybe? Or a storm, cosmic storm. I believe he's a sentient nebula. Could be, you know, don't quote me on that, please. He says something incomprehensible. And then, so Blackfire says, what did he say, Doc? He says it was your dreams that led us this far. And then he's getting pissed off. He says, you think I'm working for her? No, he says. He thinks both of you are. And then he explodes. He's pissed off. He said, how dare you? And then he's shooting his, I don't know, his powers outside of the hull. So there's a hull breach. And then we going back to Earth where, I don't know, Real Docs is doing something, helping people. Although that surprised me a little bit because Real Docs is a selfish POS. He's a real bastard. So he saves this little kid and he says, what's that? He says, it's a liquid computer. Is it alive? Don't be absurd. Silica is only a tool. Well, he talks to Silica, and Silica does whatever he wants. So Superman comes in, and he says, hey, the thing with the Omega Man, right? So it's all an accident. But Real Dark says, regardless of the selfishness of their act here, they are still guilty of anti-religious terrorism in Vega. What does that mean? So if you are a terrorist and you do religious, you know, terrorism act, that's allowed in Vega? I'm not sure. I don't know. But yeah, Superman says, against the same religion that destroyed a city and abducted thousands in some dark energy, and Frill says, well, it's not dark energy, it's dark matter. The spiders has harnessed it from. I would say the Superman looks a little bit, I don't know, bulky, if that's the word. Look at his legs, man, they're ginormous. Anyway, let's move on. So he asked, telling dogs to back off. I mean, clearly the Omega Man is doing the right things, and they have nothing to do with it all. But, Real Dogs has another opinion, and he thinks, well, yeah, you are about 50% right, but there's also other problems. We have the Spider Emperor, the Heartstone, which Lyanna spoke of, must be retrieved and studied. And there's also other things that he needs, there's need to, he needs to investigate, but it takes time. So maybe he doesn't go after Omega Man anymore. We'll see. So meanwhile, Ryander, that's Blackfire, and Elu, that's the Cosmic Storm thingy, are battling each other. And he says, you question my loyalty. And he says something that I cannot understand. So Lyanna uses her power to subdue them, or, calm them down. I'm not sure what her powers actually is, but she's pretty powerful. So Tiger says later, when they all come back, says, we got to split up. You guys go after the spiders in the earth for Heartstone before it finds a host. Brood and me are going to take care of the Emperor. Lyanna wants to come with Tiger, and he says, hey, listen, you are pretty powerful, but I need someone who can fight. And then she's doing, I don't know, these giant legs. She says, I am more than pretty. I am much of a Zamoran as I am a guardian. I can fight. You'll see. And then she's, I don't know, doing something. She approaches Tiger, and then they are teleporting away. And then Elu says something, and then the doctor says, Elu, that's lewd. But you're right, definitely not for eating crackers. He has these hearts in his eyes. Referring, of course, to, how beautiful and sexy Lyanna actually is, I guess. Meanwhile, at the Spider Guilds, we have the Spider Emperor here. I don't know, he's just, he's doing something with this human prisoner. And he says, Our Lady teaches no pleasure is a sin. And she repeats that. And then Vrildox comes in, and the Emperor says, hey, what are you doing here? And your attack on Earth has, and what concern is it of yours? Earth is not in your jurisdiction. You were contracted to capture the Omega Man. You destroyed an entire city for a little bit more than a religious recruitment drive. And then Spider Emperor says, my dear, let's show the commander the depth of your love for the lady. And she says, yes, your Holy Highness. And then she is, skipping a few pages. She's, I don't know, saying something about that the Empress, well, Lady Styx will guide her through the black river of death and into the salvation of a new dawn. And then, I don't know, sacrificing herself, and she's being ripped apart by the Spider Emperor. And I says, now, Commander, my lady has big plans for you in the other side. So he's been now captured too by all these black tentacles. I'm not sure if it's coming from her or from the, I believe from him, because he has a power too, it seems. Very intriguing. Meanwhile, the other group of the Omega Man find in, I don't know, some kind of a planet, a ship from the Spider Guild. And they think it's a trap lying here because they don't know what it's doing here. And then, so the doctor is scanning and says, well, I see only one life form. And then he panics because, well, I don't know what it is, but it's more than one life form. And they are getting attacked. It enters their ship or somehow. And I don't know what's it doing, but it overwhelms them. Meanwhile, Tiger and Lyanna are being, teleporting to the Spiders Guild's homeworld, I guess. And then he is sniffing something because they are being found out, maybe by guards, spider guards. And yeah, so the spider guards are here. They're attacking Tiger, and Tiger's, I don't know, awaken his beast side, I think. And he rips them apart. Looks pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot. It's nice. So, meanwhile, going back to the other Omega Man, so it seems that they're reforming it. Whatever it is reforms itself, and it talks to Blackfire. And this creature says, Prince Riander of Tamaran, tell me, what am I? That's a good question. I don't know. I also like that he's, you know, the artist I think is pretty good when it comes to these kind of things, you know, this extreme, you know, visual, sorry, I'm searching for the word, but his fire forms looks really dangerous and powerful. I like that a lot. This individual seems very also unstable, and the art reflects that. He has a short temper. Let's leave it at that. That's a good question. So we didn't know who that creature are, but then, you know, Tiger and Liana is just climbing to somewhere, and then they are being greeted, I guess. And she says, "Mother," and then we have a cool splash page of, I don't know, are these black stars or dark stars? They don't look like it, and I don't recognize the costume. But it seems that these people are possessed, and they want to, you know, have them join them, because this guy says, "We bring you the gift of everlasting life. She needs you. We need you. Please don't forsake us. Join us." Looks freaking awesome. So, and then they introduce themselves, and they say, "We are the Omega Man." Wait, what? I know there is another Omega Man book before this. This is volume 2, I believe. And I believe this is the leader of volume 1. But I have no clue who this is because I don't have volume 1. So I haven't read the comic at all. Which is now interesting. So they are going up against the new old Omega Man in Black Thingy uniform. I don't know. But I want to find out. Looks freaking fantastic, by the way. Yeah, I'm on board with this comic. I believe we have only 3 to go. Yes, 3 issues to go. I hope it pays off because I like this a lot. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.